Welcome back to the C Morning Show, everyone. Before we get into our next discussion, Doc, are you good with numbers?
I think I'm good with numbers.
Really?
But again, like I said to my child yesterday, I don't want to think.
Exactly. It requires a lot of thinking usually when we do math, and many people may not have the fondness or even the skills for math and may struggle with counting, and these people, like myself, would often rely on using a calculator. However, there is an individual who is joining us this morning who has a talent for lightning-fast calculations, much like an actual calculator herself. Her name is Varcella Wijaya.
Yes, so Varcella gained widespread attention on social media when a video recorded by her friend showcased her remarkable ability to calculate with astonishing speed. So even more impressive is her ability to perform these calculations effortlessly and also even while eating.
Wow, multitasking.
I know, when I'm eating, I concentrate on my food, right? So the video quickly went viral on TikTok with the comment sections overflowing with admiration. So today, we're delighted to have Varcella Wijaya, the human calculator, with us in the studio right now.
Yay.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Varcella.
Good morning.
Ooh, so excited, so excited, right?
Okay, so before we ask you any other questions, we're going to give you a quick test. And while we do that, you have your calculator on?
I do have a calculator.
I advise that you open it because these are some big numbers I'm going to throw your way.
Right.
Here we go. Our first one is, what is 7,858 plus 6,542
Right.
plus 3,256 plus 6,325 plus 1,234
Right.
plus, last one, 4,321
Right.
and one more, plus 5,897. There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The answer is 35,433.
Oh, dear God. Dear God, look at that, look at that.
Wow.
Same as my calculator, it is true.
Okay, wait, you ask one. I want to do one on the calculator.
Oh my God, okay, are you ready? You got your calculator?
All right.
Okay, so my turn now, Varcella, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so 1,852 plus 369 plus 4,761 minus 3,245 plus 2,450.
6,187.
What? I didn't
She
even,
got you.
I didn't
You're
even
not even
finish
finished.
typing, but yes, you got it exactly right. That is the formula right
Varcella,
there.
look at that, look at that.
Amazing. Wow.
Oh my
okay,
God.
there you go. So great job, 6,187.
Thankfully, I got it right.
You did it faster than I was able to type it in.
Right, that is so true. Okay, so we're going to talk more, Paul, about numbers,
Yeah,
math.
I could do this all day, by the way. Throw numbers at
If you have your calculator. Yeah, right. Okay. So let's start with our first question. So how long have you actually possessed this incredible ability to calculate so quickly and so calm?
Actually, I started learning the mental math, like the mental arithmetic techniques,
Right.
since I was about 5 years old.
Okay,
Yeah.
5.
That's really so. Do you use any particular? Is there a method? What's happening in your head? Because a lot of us have to do it at least on paper, even without calculator.
Actually, I used mental arithmetic technique, in which I use a tool called abacus.
Okay.
In Indonesia, it's called sempoa.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So it's like I've been moving the abacus
So-
inside my head.
Okay, so for those that aren't familiar, maybe young kids today, they don't use the abacus. An abacus is an old Chinese counting tool.
Yes.
And it basically looks like a board with beads on it. So you're visualizing these beads moving.
Yes.
Ah, interesting.
Is this a technique that you had to teach yourself? Because when at 5 years old, I mean, were you already using an abacus?
I've been taking part in a lesson.
Right,
see.
right. Now, before that, take us back a little bit, to your younger age when you were 5 years old or 4 maybe. The first time that you fell in love with numbers, was it because of money?
Maybe I didn't understand back then. I didn't understand yet. But actually, because of in school, like many of my friends said that, "Wow, math is very difficult. Like, they hate math."
Right.
I want to, but when when my parents put me in this lesson,
Right.
I became interested with it, and then just go with the flow.
Oh.
Was it your parents that first recognized, like, wow, this kid is really fast with
Right,
numbers?
yeah.
I mean, somebody had to realize it, no?
No, my parents put many lessons.
I see.
Yeah,
And this one happened to be one that you're very
Yes.
good at.
She enjoyed.
Okay.
She enjoyed, right?
Never
Because it's really
Weirdly.
difficult, right? When you're in such a young age,
Yes.
and then you are maybe forced to be in a situation that you really need to learn about numbers when you don't like it, right?
Yes.
Because I have a 5-year-old son, and he likes numbers because what? Because he likes money. Huh?
Maybe
Didn't count how much
children
allowance.
nowadays know more about money.
Yeah. So he can identify numbers because of money. So it's always the top two is always the boo money, the blue money. He says the boo money, which is 50,000,
Yes.
and also the red money,
That's the
which is
biggest one.
100,000.
That's right.
There you go.
Okay, so are you skilled in doing any sort of, because earlier we threw together additions at you, but we also threw additions, subtractions.
Subtractions.
What about multiplications, divisions? Is that just as easy?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, so it works with anything, pretty much.
Basically, I also have my limit, the digit limit.
Right.
Okay, how many digits can you go?
If for addition and subtraction, I have more limit, like 4
Okay.
digits.
Right.
You know, 4 digits.
Okay.
But for multiplication and division, multiplication is about 3 digits
Okay.
Right.
time 3 digits.
All right, because the answer would be so long.
Yeah,
to
but
begin with.
multiplication, like in my previous contents, I can do quite long.
Okay.
Yeah.
True one. There's only there you go, exploring quick math trick. So tell us more about the tricks to do a very speedy in calculating.
Maybe I cannot demonstrate it like
Because it's in your head.
yeah the way I did it
Right.
exactly. I cannot demonstrate. But maybe you can start if you want to learn this method. I recommend you to start at an early age.
Right.
Yeah, like Karama's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there one particular simple trick? What's one basic trick that
Maybe
one of our viewers can learn?
One suggestion I can give, like if you want to count faster than usual, you can memorize. You can do a little bit of memorization. Yeah.
Right.
Such
You
as?
can memorize multiplication.
Oh, like the times
one
table.
time,
Yeah.
1 digit.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I encourage my kids, because multiplication, my kid has problems with, and she was 7 at the time.
Right.
And I gave her the times tables,
Yeah.
just the graph. I said,
Yep.
just memorize this. Once you memorize this, you have no problem with multiplication.
Okay.
So how does this help you on a day-to-day basis, Varcella? Like, you are very speedy in math. Apart from counting money, which would be very helpful when you're
Yeah.
making purchases, how else has this come in handy?
I think like every day we cannot run away from numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have to count. Yeah, like you said, money. We have to have budgets. We have to spend and earn money as well. And then like I think it needs calculation to everything. Like
Okay.
you have to count distance, time. Like you have to be able to like have plans on.
It's all around us, isn't it? We don't realize how much we deal with numbers.
True,
every day.
true. And again, to achieve your kind of level of counting numbers, obviously there's a regular and also a consistent, persistent,
Yes.
method counting and, time that had been, wasted within a good ways, right?
Yes.
So again, fill us more about, your daily routines about counting numbers back then.
Back then, like you said, I practice it very like daily. Almost
On
daily.
your own will. Was
Yes,
it on your
my own will.
Oh,
Yeah.
on your own will, Paul.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's quite strange, right? But I really get excited when it's the time for me to go to the abacus lesson. Wow, I'm very happy at that time.
That's amazing. Well, there you go. If you have a skill, the only way you can sharpen
True.
it is through practice.
Yeah, that is so
Right.
true.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit in regards to children these days, because
Yes.
we both have young ones, and we know that nowadays everything just goes back to what we're doing. Hey, we have calculators on
Yes.
these things,
Yes.
and we have phones who can just work things
Right.
out. So is it more difficult now for kids to learn things like mental math? Because we have so many tools now
Yeah.
to help us.
Help
Like when we were in
Yeah,
school,
yeah.
we didn't have tools everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
There are
We're not allowed to.
computers,
Yeah.
Yeah, Excel. Maybe this kind of skill is maybe not relevant for everyone, but yeah, but I think for several cases, like when we are not, when we didn't have the tool, like if we can do it like more efficiently, yeah, we can
why
do
not,
it
right?
directly. Why not? Yeah, I think the addition, like enhancing our skills are in every skills are still a positive thing.
Of course, of course. Now tell us more about, competitions that you've done. Your first competition was in what age and what was the result?
Actually, I have participated in so many.
Of course, we believe you. Yes.
But the most memorable thing for me, like I attended this lesson when from 5 till 10 years old.
Right.
So I stopped at about 10 years old.
Right.
Then during that age, I won the national arithmetic Olympics for 4 consecutive years.
Oh,
really? Okay, so what is it like? How many kids at this time were like competing? Were you up against?
I think thousands.
Really?
oh my
Huge. And you were just the running champion every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, your parents are so, I'm sure her parents are so proud of her.
Yeah.
So proud. I mean, we just met you in person for like, seconds, minutes now, and I feel so proud.
Thank you.
Do you know, like, have you ranked yourself in the world, for example? Like, what are some of the fastest mental math athletes? I like to call them athletes, right? Mathletes, if you will.
Mathletes, yeah.
Do you know where you rank among all the others? And what is it? Is there a world record for these things?
There is.
Okay.
Actually, I also knew just like last week when I met someone better than me.
It's hard to find, okay?
Yeah, but not from Indonesia.
Okay, so there you go.
Maybe for like when I was my age, like when my golden age,
Right.
before, maybe I think I'm the best.
Really? That's amazing.
I think.
Okay, that's an interesting point that you bring up. You mentioned golden age, back when you were 5 to 10 years old.
Yes.
So I've heard this as well, where the younger you are, the faster you can do these sort of things. Because as you get older, as you become an adult, you have
you
things
become slower.
clouding your head. Your
Yes,
head's
yes,
full
yes,
with
yes,
other things.
right.
Is that actually true?
Yes.
Okay, so it's better to start at a younger age.
Yes.
Of course, because it's like you said, it's the golden age, and then you absorb everything, right? Or every information that you can have.
But when you already absorb, like at an early age, I think it can stay long.
I see.
Right.
So the key is starting when you're young, and you
Yes.
can retain that as you
Right.
get older.
Now, take us a little bit back about the video that your friend took,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It was accidentally, Paul.
Oh, is that right?
And
Okay.
then, because of that went viral, right? So, what's your friend's name, and what was, the story behind that?
My friend's name, actually, they are a couple.
Right.
So what was happening here during this video?
Yeah, like we are just eating together.
Right.
Yeah. Their names are Gerald and Shani.
Hi, Gerald, and also
Gerald.
Shani.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Actually, we're just having fun.
Right.
Then somebody told them that, oh, Varcella can count very fast.
Right.
Then they started a test. Yeah,
Okay.
And then he recorded it.
Right.
Yeah, then firstly he put it in the Instagram story. Then he said many people responded. They said, it has a scenario. It's already
Some people think it's fake.
settingan. Yeah, it's
Right.
fake.
Okay. So,
Turns out it
how do you do you get that a lot when you do any sort of content? They'll say like, "Oh, you already knew what the answer was already." Do you ever get that?
Yeah. Actually, sometimes I get quite why didn't they believe? Why didn't
Right.
Because it's actually hard to believe. Like, by the way, when we did a test, it was on our prompter, the numbers, but we never showed the answer.
The
as
answer,
well.
right, yeah.
We had to figure out the answer
Yeah, so
ourselves as well.
with our
right? So there you
calculators, and
go.
she did well, perfect, right? Okay, so now tell us about your activities now. Is it still regarding to numbers that you love?
Basically, quite related maybe because
Right.
me and my husband are we are we have a hotel out of the country.
Right.
Yeah, and then but we are. Yeah, we're just running that business.
It's
so
a good
I'm in
business.
charge of the
Of the accounting.
Yeah.
I knew it. So to be better.
Of course, of course. Okay.
So do you have any advice to those that are like parents like us who perhaps would like to help encourage our kids to be better at math? Because let's face it, when it comes to all of the subjects in school, most of the time kids have more difficulties with math, when obviously they shouldn't be, because someone like you can prove that it can be something that you can overcome.
Yes.
Actually, I think like maybe everyone's talents, everyone's passion are different.
Yeah, true.
So if someone is like stuck already in math, so I don't think it's right to force.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
But actually, if they like it, if they took it positively, they want to learn. It's a positive. It's really better, I think, because it also simulates like their brain, their thinking. Like because our brain, I think, are like muscles. Yeah. The more we practice.
True.
The better, the more efficient.
Be right.
The sharper it is.
Yeah.
Maybe I can add one thing, because I speak from personal experience as well, because believe it or not, when I was younger, I was actually much better at math. I don't know why I'm not as good now, but I always tell my daughter, just don't be scared of numbers.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people get overwhelmed when they see all of these numbers, they get confused. I said, don't be scared. There's a formula for everything.
Of course.
That's actually true.
And that's true. And one of the formulas, speaking from personal experience also, for me is about the teacher, how they actually teach the children or the students, right? So, because I was in that kind of situation. Wasn't just me. The kids are having this difficulties when it comes to math because the teacher was so strict at that time. So before it was fun to us, and then all of a sudden when we are in a higher level of a grade, and then, there's a different teacher, a math teacher, the way he or she explains to us is obviously different. And then all of a sudden, we don't like math anymore.
So, makes it less fun.
Yeah, so what's your take in that?
Maybe at an early age, you can add like more entertainment to the
right.
Good point.
Yeah. Make it so much fun, right?
Yes.
There you go, Paul. I think we can still jog our memories, right, with numbers.
Yeah.
We can
By the way,
that.
are you good in every kind of math? Like, I mean, when you get older, you have advanced math, right? Like calculus and things of that sort. Are you good at
nowadays already not
Okay, but at the time you
during
were.
school, yeah, I got good grades.
You've got lots of responsibilities now. It's okay, I'll back you up.
Yes.
That's perfect. Okay, now this is not on the script, but before we end our conversation, I want to test you one more time, just to prove to everyone.
Right.
And these numbers are coming strictly from me.
Right.
Okay.
And you can play along, Doc, if you want. Okay, you ready?
Wait. I have to set my calculator first, okay? Okay.
Taking you longer than taking
I know, okay.
Okay, here we go. Ready? All right. 1,657 times 30
Right.
plus 396. Okay. Minus 523.
Okay. Go.
49,583.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That was completely off the book. Varcella, thank you so much.
you so much.
You're so much fun to have around. I could just keep asking you, throw numbers at you all day long. I love getting the answers.
Do you open a private course for kids for math, right?
Or a show.
I know, for a show.
Right,
It's a good thing. Thank you so much, Varcella. All the best for you and also your husband, and also for the business.
That's right.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
and good luck. All right. We're going to take another short break here, you guys. This has been a blast, but do stay tuned. In case you did join us late for our program, we're going to recap some of our earlier news stories just for you when we return.